Stewie Kerr, manager of FFC. It's my second year now. It's been difficult. We've had like 1 year of like troubles, hardly a team, and second year got some new players in, some fresh blood, some strong players, strong characters. It's been a bit difficult this year, but you know, everyone's pulled together. Everyone's still together, so still fighting in the Hampshire Cup. 4 games into the league, so yeah, got a lot of games ahead of us and a lot of tough times, I reckon.
But because
Best player. I would say possibly
Jimmy Madrick. I think he's really surprised me this year. I heard that from the first team he was like just lumped out to us, but he's really taken on board, like playing really well. Plays for his position. Doesn't mind when he gets dropped. Doesn't mind when he runs a line. Scored some really good goals. Already into double figures in his first season. So yeah, I'd say Jimmy Madrick. Best defender. We've got a few actually. Gav Stockley obviously is a good defender. Cole Durham, extremely solid and is our captain. James Nelson, that's John. I would say Cole, yeah, Cole Durham. Yeah, Cole Durham's at this. Best midfielder, that's a bit of a toughie because we've got a lot of strong midfielders, but if he's on the ball and on his game, I believe potentially the best midfielder could be Jeppo. But I just, you know, would like him to do a little bit more of an effort, but Petey Rice pushes him a lot. So it's definitely between them two, but I'd say Jeffo could be our best midfielder. Best striker, no, that's a tough innit, because Swanee would probably want me to give it to him. But he's, yeah, I would say Swanee, not for pace, definitely not for pace, but his all-round play and ability holds the ball up really well. Has scored some good goals, absolutely awful on penalties, shocking, and he's no longer on penalties. But no, Swanee, yeah, he's come in 15 goals this season, so yeah, well happy. I'd say Stockers, yeah, Gav Stockley. He loves a bit of banter with everybody. Yeah, definitely, Gav Stockley, definitely. Any moment you feel alone. Well, I think it would have to be the game against Bishop's Waltham when we were 5-3 down at half time. I don't know whether it's the words of the gaffer. Don't get too close. But yeah, they turned around the second half and banged in 6 goals and ended up winning 9-5. So yeah, that for me as a manager, that's obviously the best moment.
Could be a bit of banter, could be a joke, it could be a player getting ripped, tripping up, could be anything you want.
Oh God, I can't think of that one. Funniest moment.
Have you laughed this season once?
Yeah, no, probably not, no. So it would be a funny moment if I laughed and everything else, but...
This video?
Yeah, it's probably the only time I've laughed. Oh God, that's a toughie. No, I don't know, I haven't really got any... I can't.
So far?
I'd say the first game of the season. Mark Ferguson scored probably one of the nicest goals I've seen for a while. Literally, ball got crossed in and one touch just side-footed it from about 18 yards into the top corner. So for me, I would say that's one of the best goals I've seen.
Angriest man. Well, I think I'll be hard pushed to say Gav Stockley. Yeah, that could be a funny moment as well when you chase someone on a wet pitch and he's trying to catch it for love and money and he can catch it and he ended up falling over, yeah. He was chasing after him, arms going, legs going, trying to catch the guy and kick him, but he just trying to kick anyone and punch anyone. Gav? Yeah, kick someone. Yeah. Gav Stockley, yeah. Can get very angry sometimes, especially with the refs. So yeah, very animated. They're an FFC fans, right? Yeah. Stay with me, I know this, but not because of all my...
Pete Rice, yeah. Can spray a ball, can play simple football. When his mind's on the game, he's, you know, an outstanding footballer. But he's, yeah, just needs to do a bit more. because he's got it in his locker, and I can see it, and a lot of players can see it as well. But he could be really influential, passing the ball and spraying the ball. But Jeppo is also a good passer. We ain't got one. We ain't got one. We ain't got a keeper. I've had 3 keepers this season: Matt Marsh, Noel Mulaney,
Matt Marsh.
Martin Marsh, Noel Mulaney. But Tony Nella this year has, stepped up. Last year, takes on board what people say to him, takes on board what the manager says to him, and has really upped his game. His kicking has improved a lot. A bit slow off his line sometimes, but he listens, and I don't think you can give it individually to someone. I think most of the team gets it. The fact that we turn up, we support the first team a hell of a lot. We turn up with like these 10, 11 players watching their games. Just shows that we're a unit, we're a team, we're solid, and we understand what FFC is all about. So they all know it. They all wear their hoodies with pride. They've all got T-shirts and wear them with pride. They wear the bands and badges with pride, and I just think they know what FFC is all about, and that's all I want the boys to do. Oh, can you put me on the spot like that? I think the first team has come a long way this year, and I have to take my hat off to John Taylor and Ben Drury. I think they're making a lot more of an effort. But it would be nice on a couple of occasions when we have our games that not just the same players, the same people turn up, that we could have a few more just show up. Would be nice, just to come along, in the hoodies and support us. But I can't make people turn up. I'm going to give it to Jimmy Maswick. I've got a lot of time for Jim. I think it's his attitude. We had a run in at one point, but we discussed it, we talked about it, but it's just his general attitude. It doesn't matter where he plays. What, our football club?
Yeah.
Which owner of our football
I
club?
don't know, you are, I'm asking you.
What have we got?
You don't know who it is, do you?
Who's our chairman?
What?
Who's our chairman? What, chairman of FFC or our football club? He's in the shower. Carl Durham. Hung like a horse. Or is that just showering as in people that actually shower? Because my team don't shower. They're a bunch of skanks.
And on Mars where we could be all alone.
This is a holder. I've actually got a new one, but the other one's too tight. So
When did you last wash it?
I haven't washed it. It's never been washed. I love you all. I've got a lot of time for all of you. I know it's hard, I know it's difficult, and I know sometimes this year I've kicked off and said I was going to possibly back up and walk away and everything else, but I'm here for life, really. I'm here for as long as possible.
Season.
About 3 times.
Season.
About 3 times.
Season. About 3 times. Season. About 3 times.
I love you all. I've got a lot of time for all of you. I know it's hard, I know it's difficult, and I know sometimes this year I've kicked off and said I was going to possibly back up and walk away and everything else, but I'm here for life, really. I'm here for as long as possible. So.
How many times have you quit this season?
About 3 times.
How many times are you going to quit?
I was never going to quit.
How many times are you going to threaten to quit?
Probably more.
This is and don't mind when I quiz your involvements before the sun.
I'm hoping we can get out of the league. I'm not sure whether we can win it, because I do believe there's a lot of good teams in that league. Well, I think we've got a long way to go. We've got some tough games ahead of us. If we don't win it, I don't, it's just one of those things. But if we get out of the league and we can push on in the Hampshire Cup, maybe make the final. We've got a quarter-final hopefully this Sunday. Touch wood that the weather's on. But if we can, keep pushing again in that cup, because that's the only one we're left in, I'll be well happy. I'm impressed. I look forward to it every year. It's the highlight of my year. It's one of the biggest things. It's like, to me, it's like Christmas. It's like the greatest thing that happens to me. I've been involved now 5 years. It's my 5th year. I wish I'd have been involved from the start, but every year I just love meeting new people. I love the football games. I love the banter. I love the team dressing room. I love the whole event on the actual day where we all come together. We're all there for each other. We set up the stands. We make sure that everything's running all right. And I hope a lot of people look at it and think, yeah, that's a great success.
Could you do everyone who's watching this a favour? Wash your hat and smile.
I will wash my hat and I will smile.